Hi, it's Grandma Moore. It is Friday. I can't find my rain jacket and it is raining cats and dogs. Always leave it in the trunk. Don't know where it's at. But I'm getting a very late start. I was editing my video this morning and time got away with me. So it looks like I'm going to start at 11. My goal today is try to make 150 as fast as possible, but just kind of going with the flow. So it shows that it's busy. I don't know what to expect. So come on, let's go see what we can get into. News. They raised the gas to 304. But I only went 121 miles yesterday. And that's not including going to the gas station before shift and then driving all the way home. So only had to put 5 gallons in the car. So only spent 17 bucks for gas today. So that is a plus. Well, I'm on my way to the zone. I just hit dash now, waiting to get in there. So I'm scheduled until like 8:30 tonight. But I definitely am out of sorts. I think because I was hoping to do the breakfast shift this morning, but I went home. I was exhausted, ate, had our company, and I went straight to sleep. I didn't wake up till later. My husband overslept. I overslept. So definitely feel out of sorts. I'm like, oh, how late am I going to have to work tonight to make my goals? So I'm a little worried. But I did my devotion this morning, and the one verse that stuck out was Mark 4:40. And he says, why are you afraid? Do you still have no faith? And I think it's perfect for me today since I feel so out of sorts, you know. And I also talked about like all these things that you have gone through in life build you up for the bigger and better things. And, they just build on each other. And if you've watched episode 15, you know my story. And, you know, I get accused of being too empathetic, but I think that is one of the cool things about me because I have been through so much and I know everybody has some, no matter how happy or how rich or whatever it is, they have something. We all have something. So I try to think about that too whenever I'm impatient or I get frustrated. I've seen in the news where the dasher stabbed a pregnant woman because she didn't tip well, or the one dasher got shot because they got an argument with the lady at or the employee at McDonald's. And it's like we need empathy for each other. We need to understand, you know? All right, as soon as I hit the zone, it was my husband's lunchtime, and he always calls me at lunch. So I didn't get to tell you I had a $13 order for Myers. I was stressing out about it because it was 5 gallons of distilled water and two 24 packs of soda. Like, oh no. Well, there was no waters, like only spring water. The distilled water is usually for your sleeping machines, and it has to be very specific. My mom has one, my son-in-law has one. So thank goodness they were out. I mean, that's not nice. I feel bad for the customer, but I felt good about it for myself. And then the other one was just a simple beef jerky, easy drop off. And now I've taken an $8 Chick-fil-A order, and it was ready as soon as I walked in, and taken it over. It's about a 13-minute drive, but it's showing very busy in traffic. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed that there's no traffic and it goes fast. So that gets me up to $21 in less than my first hour. Well, I took this $12 Chick-fil-A order for 6 miles, just picked it up, and decided to go the back way. Yesterday ended up not being much traffic in the shopping area, but today there's a lot of traffic. So I guess everybody had the same idea. Stay home, it'll be bad. Come out on Friday. I think that was a bad idea. They're all out today. So on my way, it was nice to see everybody again. They were glad to see me. It is so nice whenever you get to that point where you start feeling like you know the people at the restaurants and build that relationship. They're like, oh, how was your Christmas? And it was just nice to see everybody again and start getting back into the routine. I avoided this area yesterday thinking the traffic would be bad. And I, at the end, I had an order over here and it wasn't bad, but man, I had to go a different way because the traffic's so bad this today. I accepted this 2 orders for $13 at Myers. Problem is, it was a different Myers than I thought, so 11 minutes away from the store. Well, that shopping trip took a little longer than expected. I ran into one of my ex-employees, and so I wanted to chat with her for a minute. I didn't want to be rude. And it's so weird. I haven't seen these people for years, and the last 2 or 3 weeks, they all keep popping in my life, and they all bring a blessing to me. So, when I went to Joyce's funeral home, the daughter told me how she loved the shirt that we had gotten her. And this employee told me, I had given her a souvenir when I went to Russia the first time, and how she has that in her front room and she keeps it hanging all the time. And I don't know, it's just such a blessing, but it's so strange that I keep running into everybody after all these years. I mean, it's been several years. And I know when I first started DoorDashing, I was afraid for anybody to find out. I was so embarrassed. And then I realized all the freedoms and opportunities there are to do this and to be on my own and be able to travel and have a different kind of work-life balance. So just interesting. I did forget to say, when I ran into that employee, she was telling me Sheila's doing better. She's off the trach and the ventilator, and her physical therapy is going stronger. So our prayers are working. That was awesome news. All right, I took this $12 order going 13 miles. It'll take me back to the city that I like. Probably a bad decision, but that Meyer order was a really bad decision, but there's always a reason for everything, I believe, and I think the reason was to see my friend. So on my way and doing my thing. I think she definitely was a poser. Here she lives in the nicest house in this neighborhood. She acted really snobby and tipped $4.30 to go that far away. I don't know, she just didn't seem very nice. The one Myers order, they tipped a whole 9 cents. So yesterday the tips weren't very good for the most part either. So I don't know what's going on. Oh well, as long as I make my money. The wait time for that Taco Bell was horrific, but I got to reply to the comments, so that was nice. And I had a little bit of a road rage issue feeling. I did kind of yell at a guy, but he couldn't hear me. His windows were up, my windows were up, but I still yelled at him. So it was good to just stop for a minute, read my lovely comments, cheer me up. So I guess the wait time was worth it. But I was kind of on a roll. So hopefully something great will happen after I deliver this. I doubt it. Kind of losing steam. Do you ever lose steam after just a little bit? Usually I don't lose steam for about 4 or 5 hours, but not today. All right, I took this Five Guys order for 6+. It's just 3 things. I'm gonna make a bet that it's only for 50 cents. So I bet it's $6.50. We'll see. And while I was in there, I was trying to reply to everybody's comments because it took a minute. So if I missed your comment, I'll get back to it in just a little bit. I really appreciate it. It entertains me while I'm waiting for orders. I did it at Taco Bell and then the Five Guys. So you have no idea how much you help me not get frustrated or impatient at these restaurants by writing me all these comments. I'm loving it. Thank you. Well, I was right. It was $6.50. You can almost tell, like, by how many items there are, how much is the total price. But I like those kind of orders. You know, she was in a wheelchair and you had to help her get the order, open the door and give her her order. And she was really nice. And it was real close. So definitely a good order, and I feel good order too, I guess. After that delivery, I had one bad offer that I declined. I've been sitting here at the marathon station for a minute. It's 2 to 6 minutes estimated time. So it's $2.50. I've made $78, halfway to my goal, basically. And I was doing great hourly. This hour has sucked me dry. So it is very cloudy and dim outside. So hopefully everything will pick up soon. I think I'm going to drive to a different area, see if it picks something up. Chilling for a second. Pulled out on my parking spot because I wasn't getting anything. Was going to go to another one. I start getting orders. One was bad. One was all right. Worth it. But I couldn't get over. Okay, this one is 7 miles for 2 items at PetSmart for $12.95. I'll take that. All right, just drop that off. I have, on my way here, I prayed to get enough energy and motivation to get this last $60. I'd planned on working until about 8:30 tonight. But for some reason, the last few days, I just want to sleep, sleep, sleep. And I don't know if it's the rain and the clouds or just the excitement of the holidays being over or what. But all I want to do is go home and go to sleep. But I would really like to make $60 more. So I'm pulling really deep inside and a lot of prayer, faith, to get me through just this last $60. So hopefully I'll get there. It's been a long time since I had an order. I've only declined one, and it says estimated 2 to 7 minutes, but it's been a good 40 minutes since I've had an order. So I went ahead and cleared the cache and stopped it just now when I'm parked somewhere else, kind of in the middle of 2 cities, see if I could catch something. So that's super discouraging. And I'm at $91. I was doing so good, doing about 23 an hour, and now I'm like, so it's been 5 hours, and I'm not even at 20 an hour. So just kind of hanging out for just a little bit longer and seeing what happens. I thought about pausing in and going eating something. I might do that since I'm not getting anything. About 5 will be dinner, and it should be busy then. So I guess that's what I'll do. Well, I went and ate a little bit of Chipotle. I do not like it that much. I like Qdoba better. It has a better flavor, I think. Tastes it too watery for me. So, and they charge you extra for guacamole and blah, blah, blah. So definitely stick with Qdoba. And so after I got it eaten, I turned it back on. I got bad orders. And I've had a couple of almost road rage issues. Drivers are terrible today. The traffic isn't as bad. It's just that everybody's in a hurry, hurry, hurry. I don't know. I don't like to be honked at. So anyway, I'm going home. I'm on my way home now. In my 5 hours, I made $91.09. I went like 79 miles. And I'm disappointed that I didn't stick with it for the last $60, but I figure it's better for me to stay calm and be positive, and then I'll just restart tomorrow. I thought I'd scheduled myself tomorrow and I didn't, so I might be doing some Uber Eats instead of DoorDash tomorrow. I don't know what tomorrow's going to bring, but I do have to do my car insurance stuff. It expires in a couple of days on Uber, and it's on my card is sitting on my desk, and I just keep forgetting to submit it. So I got to submit that tonight and probably do Uber and DoorDash a mix tomorrow and make up the $60 I missed today. But it's not pressing, so that's good. And yeah, that's the main trouble I got into is just really getting frustrated with other drivers. And I know my temper sometimes does not contain itself when people honk at me. I get upset. And I just like people to be nice. It's nice to pull over for emergency vehicles. It's nice uh to be respectful, I don't know. Your emergency isn't my emergency. So just stay safe on the road and be careful. People are, I don't know what their thoughts are, why they're driving crazy, but please be careful. I hope y'all are safe and have a good, profitable day. Stay happy. God bless you.